Hi, and welcome back to Fish Bites. It's January 11th, 2022, and wanted to share with everyone a few little changes I've added to the simulation here. We have the ability, of course, to click on a fish, and if you do, it centers it in the field of view. Camera follows it around, which is nice. What I've added is a little fish display up here to the upper right, which tells you about the fish that's selected. So that's been interesting to see, to watch a fish, to watch its current state here, and it's been especially useful to me to confirm that things are behaving like they're supposed to be. You'll notice a few things here. The fish, his age in seconds is given. The size of the fish is given. 78.3% of 16.9. So what that means is the maximum size this fish is allowed to be would be 16.9. That's actually a measure of area, since these fish are two-dimensional. So the biggest that fish can get is 16.9. Right now his size is 78.3% of that. You see he's slowing down there and he's about to die. So notice his energy was 0.2% of the maximum, and then it went down to 0 and it just destroyed the fish. So let's click this orange guy here. He's likely going to live a lot longer. He's shorter. He's not going to swim as fast, not burn up as much energy. Will likely live longer. You can see his energy is 66%. The energy being related to the maximum energy, which is 93.5 for this fish. Assuming this fish is full grown, which you can tell he is, his size is 103% of the max size he could be. So he's not growing any bigger at this point. The cutoff for the growth is not at exactly 100%, as you can tell, but it's pretty darn close enough. His energy is pretty good. As a result, he's not growing anymore because he's reached full size, but he is contributing energy as he lives to reproduction. So he's growing an egg. Oh, and there he just laid his egg right there. Let me zoom in on him so we can get a better look at him. You'll notice a few more things about the fish. He's fish number 7, obviously. Now I'm showing the genes of that fish, which will increase. The number of genes will increase, and I'll show them here as I add them to the simulation. For now, all we have is the max width of this fish is 2.84. I believe the maximum width of any fish at this point is 3. Anything bigger is just way too big compared to all the other fish. So he's one of the biggest fish you're going to see in terms of width. His length to width ratio, you'll notice, is only 1.1. So being very close to 1, that means essentially his length is really not much more than his width. That's why he's so kind of square. He's almost his width is almost the same as his length at this point, which gives him advantages, obviously, given the current situation, the simulation here. I want to hopefully change things and gear them so that a long fish will have a better chance of surviving than they currently do, that their speed might come into play and make them a better predator or able to get to the plants faster, something. But for now, long fish are really selected out. You see all the baby little redfish swimming around here, probably children of this one, since this simulation started off with only 10. I believe it was 10. Let's check it and see. Click our hamburger menu here, and the max number of fish, okay, is 100. It doesn't show the initial number of fish. But if we try to restart the simulation, we'll see it probably is only a few here. I think it's just set to 10 at this point. Yeah, it looks like about 10 or so. So anyway, the fish pop-up is going to prove helpful, I think. I'll keep adding information to that as I have need for it, as more genes come into play. But so far, things seem to be working like they're supposed to. This guy's energy is below 25% of the max energy, which is why he's getting darker. Means he's getting weaker. He's actually getting slower also, in fact. He's probably not going to make it at this point. 6.5, 5.6%. I think we'll have to say goodbye to him. So it's been nice knowing you, buddy. Maybe your flesh will be nutrition for some other little fish that comes by. He's about to go there. Yeah. Anyway, so that's where we are now. The next steps for this simulation Or what? I think the next thing for me to try to implement is having the big fish be able to eat the little fish. That'll give these big guys some advantage. Right now they die off so fast because they burn up so much energy. But they'll get a lot more energy from eating fish than they do from eating plants and even dead fish. So that'll give them a fighting chance, I think. I've also changed the time scale here a little bit. Let me actually do this. We'll go back. Notice the age in seconds moves slower than seconds because our time scale is slowed down. If I go to full speed here, we'll see his age is going to increase properly and the until he dies. Alright, I cannot catch a fish at full speed, but if I slow them way down, that lets me catch them more easily. And then go back to full speed. He's really swimming fast. That is full speed for swimming. They're still all going full speed. You can see there, oh, he's getting weak, and he died too. Okay, I'm having trouble keeping him alive at this speed. Anyway, the point was that I'm trying to catch another one here. The age in seconds. The fish panel here updates every 2 seconds. But when the time scale is slowed way down, it's 2 seconds times 8. So it's every 16 seconds. So this will still update every 2 seconds, but you won't see this number change very often. But at the full rate here, this will update. It should go by 2s because it's updating every 2 seconds, and it's actually real time. So you see his age increasing properly there. Anyway, he's getting weak too, and he's in trouble. I do need to double check that, like, even when I speed the time scale up, things seem to die faster than they should. And I think that's because they swim so fast over the plants, they get fewer bites of the plants, so they collect less energy. So because really the velocity speed up should be taken care of by the fact that the time scale being sped up means they're going a faster velocity, but that should come into account. When we slow the time scale down, now the velocity is less, learning less energy, so it should all balance out. But I don't think it's perfectly balancing, I'm afraid. So at this point I'm down to 2 fish, but they have a lot of energy, those 2 fish do. They could live for a long time, I think. That's kind of interesting they have that much energy. Maybe my energy counter's not working properly. His energy is 45% of 25, so his energy is only about 12. This little guy here is dying. I can catch him. So I believe I found a bug. My energy count is really not 709. I only got 1 fish left, and he doesn't have that much energy. So I think maybe something's going wrong in my energy count here. As I update the population count, I should say. The energy for each fish seems fine, but the overall energy of the fish population seems off. Anyway, I have something else to work on. All right, well, hope you enjoyed this little video, and we'll see you next time.